Why don't they teach us this? When this is, why aren't they teaching?
It's either why aren't they teaching us this, or I wish I would have known about this sooner.
Yes, exactly. And the key is this. If what I just showed you on my own personal policies for me, my son, and my wife were reality, and they taught this to you, would you ever put money and give money to a bank? No. He says, now, by doing that, would you ever give Wall Street your money if you can never lose here? No. So that's why they don't want to tell you. But that's why the banks are the largest holders of these things, BOLI, bank-owned life insurance. Corporations do the same thing with COLI, corporate-owned life. Wealthy people and business owners, they understand this because they, number one, think outside the box. So you got to think outside the box when you're doing these things, and you got to be an open-minded person. And that's the core thing. And after we restructured all this stuff, we got it back normal to $300 a month. And then I just asked some more questions on that client intake form with their spouse, or maybe I caught an annuity from some old 401k they had for $27,000 with another client. You'll find more money if you just take care of your clients. But we found an old 401, I think it was like from Publix or something when you worked younger. You had close to $19,000 plus, almost 20 grand, go round it up. And I don't give tax advice. I said, look, I can't give you the advice. You're going to pay a 10% penalty anyway. And if you're in the 20+% tax bracket, just imagine 30% of that 20 is coming out, 6 grand. So maybe you net 14 grand. And I think it was like 13 and change is what he got when he did this. And now what I showed him on the debt action software that we have, that we use with the Inchi Rocket thing, man, I used that, plugged all their data in. And once we put in the 300 a month and then threw in and supercharged and jump started that 14,000 onto his paid up additions, he immediately was able to borrow, I think it was like 11 or 12,000 back out because he had a little bit extra cash on the premium. And we knocked out the credit card debt of 3 credit cards.
The reallocation of funds is powerful. And you said something I want to go back to before we address what he was able to do. He was sold when he saw how it was working for you and that you were actually utilizing it. And one of the other things that we say a lot is just ask your agent to see their policy, not their illustration, not a projection. I want you to ask them to log into their portal or get an in-force illustration of their policy next meeting and walk you through that.